All right, boys and girls, what's happening? What is that all
What
about, bro?
happened? I'm turning off my keyboard. Whoopsie.
What is new and exciting, boys and girls? Welcome aboard. And if you're watching on Facebook tonight, we want to welcome you aboard as well. We're doing a simulcast tonight on YouTube and on Facebook. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to try and get the Facebook feed up so I can see the chat. How you doing tonight, Dan? You having a good one?
Rock and roll, bro.
Man, he's rock and roll as usual.
Got the old Jack Daniels barrel proof. Guess I'm going solo tonight since you're going to go with coffee.
I'm going with coffee.
It's a kick-ass mug, though, by the way. Kick-ass mug.
Out of the privateer coffee mug, my friend. That's right. That's right. Take a good look. It's going to be up on the brand new website soon. The privateer.
Yeah, man. I want that coffee mug, dude. For real. That is nice. I dig the pattern. I dig the whole vibe, dude.
Motif is pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
I dig it, dude. I dig it. It's my favorite coffee mug now. This is all I drink out of. It's better than my logo one, man. I like it. And she's been doing.
Is that your one and only?
That's the only. That was the prototype. If you look, she tries new things out. If you look right here by the handle, it's kind of faded.
Yeah.
And the reason why it has to do with the heating of it. And if you notice on the star part here, it's kind of faded there too. But we just got her a convection oven, which will eliminate that problem. So, yes, merch will be on the website by the end of the year, hopefully. And we'll see. Okay. Oh, you're monitoring the chat tonight. I don't have to worry about that. All right, Christian. I see you, brother. How are you? Date night with
I don't
the
know how much of a lag I have, but I'm gonna, try to stay on.
Quick in and out. Okay, Christian. Thanks for supporting, brother. I appreciate you. We all need it, especially after what we heard about a certain friend of ours this week, which I will get into at the end of the stream. I don't want to talk about it now because I want to be in a good mood to hang out with my brother to start with, because I'm kind of mad about that one. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, it's good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try and pull up Facebook as we go. I didn't. It doesn't have a thing to interact with the chat right there, so I'm gonna have to pull it up on a page here in a minute. I've got it up over here on my other screen, but I got to pull it over here.
Yeah, we made it tonight, and we'll get it worked out. I mean,
yeah, for sure. It's the first time we're doing it, but as usual, Al's got questions.
What do we got? What do we got?
Well, you know what we got. We got the top of the heap. The top of the heap, the cream of the crop. And you know what we always start the top of the heap. I'm glad we do this at the beginning of the show so we can move on to lighter stuff. But we always start with the tough stuff, guys. We got to do that. It is the top of the heap. And, of course, we always start with a Ukraine report. And, oh, my God, it would help if I got the thing up, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Get in.
And guess what? The best thing to know about the Ukraine is, wow, check the rack on that chick.
Muscle tee. That's the best thing to know about it. That's what's up.
Wow. Anyway.
Is there an article other than that lady there? Nothing
just can't take your eyes off of it.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
They're trying
We'd
to
like to talk about Ukraine if we could.
I mean, what site is this again? The Guardian. They are masters of, like, taking your eyes off of things, isn't it? Distraction. There you go. Ukrainian forces. They're also a really good source for this stuff. Ukrainian forces. And there she is again. she is trying to single-handedly destroy this show. Go away, you evil hussy. All right.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Is it cold in here, Dan? Is it cold in here?
It get hot up in here. I gotta turn my fan on.
All right, let's get started. Ukrainian forces perform victory dance after, and she's back.
Wow, you just can't.
It's because we're talking about it. That's what it is. Hang on, let me see if I can do this. No. There it is.
There
Okay,
you go.
she's
There you
out the
go.
way now.
Now she comes popping in, and just ain't nothing you can do about
Right,
it. You know?
there's nothing you can do about it. Ukrainian forces perform a victory dance after liberating eastern city of Lyman. Troops raised Ukrainian flag in city hours after Putin said area was Russia's forever.
There you go, forever.
Was this an annexed area? Wow.
I believe it was. According to Putin, it was.
With Moscow admitting its forces have retreated.
Whoopsie.
Wow. Ukrainian soldiers.
I guess forever and like half an hour is the same thing anymore. So, you know how things are redefined nowadays. So.
Is it forever in the headline news time period?
Forever in Pootie Tang's mind, I guess. I don't know.
In Pootie Tang's mind?
Pootie Tang's mind.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. You know what the Ukrainians are telling Putin, right?
Let me help you back.
Let me help you back.
Let me help you back. What else we got going on over there? Oh, yeah, here we go. At least 23 dead after Ukrainian civilians trying to help relatives flee Russia, occupied zones, were bombed in their cars, officials say. Wow.
Yeah, I can't pull any humor out of that deal. That's just the ugly side of war. And it's all ugly anyway, but that's that's really bad. I mean,
yeah, man.
Red Cross, you would think that this is a strike-free zone, but no. It's like Uncle Paul was a medic in the Vietnam War, and
oh yeah,
he's got scars all over him because
he does.
He got the Red Cross, and they would shoot him.
It's like a target. Yeah.
Yep.
This guy's gonna heal him. Shoot him. Yeah. Russian missiles hit a Ukrainian convoy of civilians, killing at least 23 people, officials said. Ukrainians were going to Russia-controlled territories to help relatives leave, the official said. A governor said these people went to their relatives in the occupied territories, brought humanitarian aid. Wow. Man, that's just, they need to end this. They really do.
Well, somebody needs to off that little midget dictator Pootie Tang there. He's got to go.
Pootie Tang needs to go? Yeah.
He's got to go. And I think it's going to happen eventually. It's one of his inner circle.
We're hearing too much stuff.
Maybe somebody close to him is going to off his ass. And
he's got his own.
Because he's not going to stop.
Yeah.
He's not going to stop.
No. Well, he ain't out there doing the shoot.
No.
But the guys that he wants to send are fleeing that country as fast as they can go. They don't want any part of it.
He's, again, we talked about this before. He's letting out murderers and rapists and dope dealers, and I mean, some really bad people are getting let loose on the countryside there, and he does not care about that. Ends justify the means to Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang, no, he hate to kill a man. What a time, my Damien. Fucking dude.
Danny, don't.
So bad. I mean,
I'm trying to host a talk show here, man. You're killing me.
Good,
my brother knows how to punch my buttons. He will have me laughing my ass off where I can't breathe. I
mean, you have to laugh, right? Because this guy is at the reins of power there on one of the most powerful countries in the world, and there's no telling what this fool's going to do.
It says here, Putin suffers most humiliating Ukraine defeat yet. Thousands of Russian troops may be trapped after a rapid-fire Ukrainian counterattack fought to encircle a key strategic city in the very day Putin claimed to be annexed. I think that's about the same place. Let's see. What else?
Look, there's a difference between somebody who's fighting.
My God, she's back, bro.
She's back. She's awesome.
Back, bro. Oh my
There's
God.
a difference between fighting for a paycheck and fighting for your freedom and what you believe in. And when you go into a hello,
Pootie-tang hate to kill a man.
Pootie-tang hates killing man.
Russians are being told British military divers set off Nord Stream explosions. Russian media has accused British military divers of sabotaging the Nord Stream pipeline.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, Biden at the outset of this thing said that if they invade Ukraine, that pipeline is going to go. And they questioned him about that. How can you say that? Because Germany, I guess, has the rights to the pipeline, and they're at the reins there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that pipeline will go.
Who said this?
Biden. Look that up. There's video of him. I think he was talking at the UN, and he said that. And they asked him, said, "Well, that's German control. How can you say?" He said, "We can get it done."
Wow. Christian, haha. I will watch you guys on the replay. Yeah, it should be fun, man. We're just getting this show started. And by the way, I don't know if you knew this, but it's kind of an anniversary, Dan. This is episode 20.
Yes, I saw that, man. That's kick-ass.
Episode 20. So yeah, that's Dad's calling me. Sorry, look, Dad. You're gonna have to leave a message.
I was gonna say because you see these headlines about the Russians being pushed back, whatever. There's a difference between the Russian troops that they're collecting their paycheck. They're being ordered to go into this country and do these things. Mm-hmm. And the difference is they're being ordered to go in there. The people that are fighting for their way of life. They're fighting for their freedom. So it's a different dynamic there. And I think you're going to see, well, anytime any country tries to occupy another country, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I don't know how many times countries, no matter how big they are, have to learn this. You would have thought that we taught the British. You would have thought that the Vietnamese had taught the French first.
The Vietnamese have taught everybody to try to come into their country.
And then us.
Yeah.
You would think that the Afghanis would have taught it to the Russians and us. I mean, yeah, man, it is a totally different dynamic. When people, when you are invading someone's home, they're going to fight back.
Yep.
Okay, that's just all there is to it. You're not going to roll over anybody going into somebody's house. So yeah, that's just completely dumb. Let's see. Let me check something out here. See if I can. That's not the one I want to go to. Let's try this one. No, it's not letting me do it.
It's not letting me.
Yeah, I appreciate the time there, buddy. I just wanted to check on something. Ukraine applies for NATO membership, rules out Putin talks and apply for membership.
Yep.
Ukraine seeks fast track membership of NATO.
Yes,
Russia has sought to prevent Ukraine joining alliance, and Zelensky rules out talks with Putin.
Yep.
Yeah, here's my only problem with this one, Dan. The corrupt administration we got going right now in the United States has been doing dealings over there for how long? How long have
according to the media, never. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think I feel you. Hang on.
Nothing to see here, JoJo.
I was fixing to say, yeah.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
That's what bothers me about this one. It's going to be interesting to see what, and here's something we're going to learn. What's the vetting process for NATO? What is, how do they vet a country that wants to join?
How much money can you give us?
Is that what it is? Is it a money deal?
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's what we're going to find out.
It's not like, how honorable are you? Do you believe in? Please.
Okay, let's see what the next one is. Okay, we're starting to move around the globe now.
Around the globe.
Around the globe. At least 20
variety of sport.
The thrill of victory. The agony of defeat.
That guy wrecked like I don't know what, man.
Yeah, he did. That guy, what was he? It was downhill slalom, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
no,
my
it was down.
God.
It was the long jump skiing, and he hit the freaking ramp.
That's right. He was doing the long jump skiing, and he fucking missed the ramp and just blasted. Failed. Yeah, he did.
So bad.
At least 25 dead after suicide bomb blast at educational center in Kabul. What a bummer. Really.
Yep.
Kabul, Afghanistan. A suicide bomb attack on an education center in Kabul has killed at least 25 people, most of whom are believed to be young women, in the latest sign of the deteriorating security situation in the Afghan capital.
No way. No way. Who would have saw that coming?
Well, I'd have to do some research and see what's going on in that country now. I mean, have the Taliban taken back over there? Is the government that we abruptly left behind at the beginning of the Biden administration, are they in charge still?
I'm pretty sure that the Taliban have seized control there in that vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pray for those folks, man. Let's see. According to the Independent, South Korea scrambles 30 fighter jets in response to sortie of 12 North Korean warplanes. Was that their entire fleet of planes?
I don't know, man. It's just another, sign of the times.
Just craziness, man.
Nobody's keeping the globe in check, so craziness runs rampant.
Let's see. It was let's see.
You got the North Koreans lobbing freaking missiles across the Sea of Japan, across Japan. They got alarms going off for people need to get in shelter.
Yep.
I mean, when have you seen that happening? I mean, it's just crazy.
Yep.
Crazy times we live in.
Yep. Near the border with its neighbor, North Korea, an apparent bombing drill on Thursday was flying those planes. The country's military said 8 North Korean jets and 4 bombers flew in formation and are believed to have conducted air-to-surface firing exercises. South Korea has not yet shared further details over how close to the border North Korean jets flew. Well, I tell you, they don't want to mess with. Yeah, they don't want to mess with those guys. South Korea. Oy vey. Okay. Meanwhile, in Thailand, mass shooting. Yeah, it only happens in the U.S., Dan. Mass shooting in Thailand leaves 38 dead, mostly children.
Yeah, this guy's an ex-police officer, and he decides to go up there and shoot up this. In essence, it's like a daycare facility, children's services facility, and he shoots teachers. One teacher died with a child in her arms, killed the child as well. He kills a bunch of kids and people, and when he's leaving, he's busting caps and shooting people, and then he goes home and he kills his wife, kills his children, kills himself. Yeah.
There's a
special room in hell for that guy.
I was fixing to say, there's a special place in hell for that dude.
Yep.
No doubt about it. I hate to tell you guys that one. That's horrible. But for those of you that think it's all a gun problem, hey, guess what? Breaking news right before I came in here. Las Vegas Strip stabbing leaves 2 dead, 6 others injured. Suspect in police custody. A fatal stabbing occurred in the Las Vegas Strip near the Wynn Las Vegas Hotel, and some of the victims were reportedly showgirls taking pictures with tourists. We're going to outlaw knives now, Dan?
Be interesting to see who that was.
Yeah. This was just breaking. They don't have any details on the guy at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was swinging a sharp, pointy stick, apparently.
Yeah, craziness is going to act out their crazy fantasies with whatever weapon of choice they choose,
yes.
Whether it be a knife, a gun, a car, a bat, a hatchet, whatever. Crazy does not care.
No, they don't care because they just.
And that's just crazy in its own right.
You know it, man.
You can't litigate crazy.
No, you can't.
All that is an opportunity for government overreach. That's all that is.
Joshua says hello. What's up, man?
What's happening, Joshua?
Good to see you. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, Ian soaks the Carolinas. Death toll likely to grow as crews sift through destruction of Florida. October 1st recap. Yeah, it's a pretty bad situation there.
Yeah, that was a pretty destructive storm. I mean, it smashed into Florida, spun across the handle there, and then quickly pivoted and slammed into the Carolinas.
Yeah.
Didn't lose a lot of steam. Yeah, that thing right there was, I mean, it hit so quick and it traveled a pretty good distance really quick. But it did wreak a lot of damage, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, it did.
Prayers out to those people in those regions, you know?
For sure. Because I know.
And Puerto Rico as well. So.
Yeah, the president went down to Puerto Rico first, and then he went by Florida, and he said that they're going to be recovering in Florida for a decade. But you know what? I don't know about a decade, man.
A decade, dude.
That place is. They're better prepared than people think. I think they'll bounce back faster than that. Okay, so that is the top of the heap. That's what's going on in the world. But you know what? Al's tired of hearing about the top of the heap. He's got questions.
Top of the heap.
What do we got? What do we got?
What do we got?
Well, I'll tell you what we got. We got the Jock Strap, baby.
The Jock Strap.
We got them millionaires doing all this crazy shit, man. You know, we got Cut Daddy getting smacked by referees and, you know, homeboy with his insane jumper.
Look, this guy is on point, dude. You cannot check that guy.
Yep. And the holder's ready. He's ready.
He does not know the snap count, obviously.
Well, my friend, you've got a lot of Simple Jack Award nominees in this bunch of stuff right here. Let me tell you.
This was a tough one.
It's a tough one, but it doesn't come till the end of the show. But I just want you to see these headlines, guys, for some of these people right here, okay? The NFL world is saddened. Saddened? Are they saddened? I don't think they are. I read this. I read this headline and had to laugh. Saddened by the Antonio Brown news. If you're wondering what the news is, the NFL, let's see. Brown, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL has seen, has fallen off in truly troubling fashion in recent years. Saturday, a disturbing video of Brown exposing himself and potentially assaulting a woman in Dubai. He was wait. He was doing what, Dan?
Waving his junk.
Yeah, he was waving his
respecting females.
He was waving his junk like.
I mean, he was checking his package.
At a Dubai pool. Well, there you go. He's spending all the money he made as fast as he can. That's about all I can give this guy. You got anything else to say about this fart knocker?
No, he needs to. No,
he needs to disappear.
He's given all the signs saying, "I need to be put away. Somebody needs to put me away.
Somebody, please.
Whose face do I have to wave my junk in front of to get put away?
Right?
Point them out, and I'll slap them around.
Anything you need, just let me know." Right?
I'm ready to go.
Oh my God. It's just too funny, man. It's too funny. Let's see. Okay, there we are there. I don't know if we've got comments or not. I see our feed on Facebook now.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but I just don't see that there's anybody commenting or how they comment. I'll figure that out, though. They could be speechless after that last one. Here's a story, right?
What did I tune into?
Here's a story that I'm really glad that we put in here. The Dolphins coach announces official decision on quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Now, if you haven't been following this story, Tua got injured in the game against, who were they playing, Dan?
Buffalo.
It was Buffalo. And he appeared to be stumbling. He went through the protocol. And they said he was good to go. He came back on the field and finished the game. And they said it was a back injury. It was the reason why he was stumbling. And anybody that's had bad back can tell you, yeah, it can. You know, my back is seized up to where I can't move my legs. So, I've had that happen to me.
That dude was stunned.
Okay. Well,
he was out on his feet.
I didn't see the game, but I do know he was checked out by the team doctors, who I have heard. I need to do some research and confirm, but I've heard that the doctor's been fired.
The neurologist has been fired.
Yeah. So that's not a good sign.
That before the Sunday shows this past weekend.
Yeah.
Howie Long looked at that video and goes, "A knee and back injury?
Yeah.
How can you even say that?"
Yeah. So, but in the very next game against the Cincinnati Bengals, he got slung down by the waist. And Danny, tell him what you told me before the stream about Tua.
Well, he reminds me of a great prize fighter. He's got all the tools, but he has no chin. These hits that he's taking that have really stunned him and concussed him, these were not wicked hits.
Yeah.
But he is being adversely affected. That second one, well, the first one in the Buffalo game, you could see he was concussed. I mean, his teammates had to help him stand up and walk off the field. Yeah. How he got on the field is crazy to me. But then, the same kind of hit he takes in the next game, and he absolutely just cramped up. His
fingers were all jutted out in different directions and shit. Yeah. As soon as Rhonda saw it, first of all, Rhonda, she loves her boys. She was pissed at the guy that did it. But I'm like, I watched it a couple of times, and he didn't do anything that bad.
That was not a vicious shot. This guy, I mean, honestly, he needs to take a really hard look at himself, get some people around him that understand what he's dealing with, and he really needs to really take a hard look at himself. And I don't think he's long for the league because these were not huge hits. Now, fast forward to the Patriot game when the third stringer came in. The first hit he took in that Packer game, guy hit him right in the chin with the crown of the helmet.
Yep.
Sprung back
and
up.
And he finished the game. He popped right back up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. He just may not be physically able to play football.
He may
and we've seen guys like that.
He's not going to be able to absorb any kind of punishment.
I don't know if you remember the guy that played for Atlanta. I think he was their quarterback when they went to the Super Bowl the first time, Chris Chandler. He was a talented quarterback. He was a fantastic player, but he was made of glass. You looked at him wrong, and he got injured. So, and I've told people several times I quit playing football when I broke my collarbone. I mean, just the Lord said, you will use your mind. You are not going to be an athlete. Every time I tried to do it, I broke something. Not everybody's built for it. And
right. And I don't think this guy is. I really don't.
Not be.
They're not going to be able to protect him. They've got plenty of rules in place to protect the quarterback. I mean, they over and above. And this guy is still getting really bad injuries.
How many times have you seen Tom Brady take that same whip action?
Oh,
I've seen it plenty of times. Yeah. And
that one that you show on the weekends, that GIF where when he gets sacked, he gets hit right underneath the chin.
I mean, blasted in the chest. Yeah. Yeah. That would, if that happened to this guy, wow, they'd be taking him out in two pieces.
They would be taking him out in a freaking casket because he wouldn't be able to stand it. I mean, he would just wouldn't. All right.
Yeah. All right. So moving on from that, I just wanted to talk about that one because the talking heads, see, this is why I don't watch those guys. I just can't. And my buddy Dallas sends me these articles all the time that they write and stuff. And they're all acting like they're medical geniuses and know everything about it, and are like, yeah, the Dolphins just they're out. They don't care about their players. I'm like, what? Get out of here.
Well, my opinion is this: the GM and the head coach knew his status. He can check off all the boxes he wants, and I don't understand why the surgeon or the neurologist gets fired if he checked off all the boxes and the guy says he's good to go.
What's wrong? Right.
Why is he getting fired?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now that the head coach and GM knew this guy's situation. They've got a lot of money invested in him. People come to see him play, and they're putting him out on the field. You want to blame somebody for this guy's situation, you look at the head coach and the GM first.
Yeah.
Now, my opinion is this. A concussion, I mean, if you really want to get serious about it, the player should be out for a month and then get reevaluated at the end of that month and see where they are as far as, the boxes they have to check off.
They'd have to have a 70-man roster if they did that, bro.
Miami, I don't give a shit. Miami played on Sunday, and then they turned around and played on Thursday. And this guy was concussed on Sunday, and Thursday he's back on the field.
But this is the thing, Dan. This is the thing. Everybody, Ryan Fitzpatrick said it, and a couple other people that have played football and know what they're looking for said he was fine on Thursday. Said there was nothing wrong with him. So,
something was wrong with him.
I know.
Something was wrong with him.
Okay, let's move on to another millionaire that's about to lose some of his millions.
Half Eddie.
This was his front runner earlier this week for the Simple Jack Award.
It really was. This guy right here.
Yeah, man. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Let's put her up there so people can see it. Tom Brady and Giselle have reportedly hired divorce attorneys.
Bro, you put some bolts in his neck and that little scar on his forehead, and you're going to have Frankenstein. The man retires after last year. His retirement didn't even last 30 days.
Classic rando.
No.
Oh, man. But, anybody that is, he's been with this girl for so long, and then he's the one that breaks the agreement, right?
Yep.
That just makes him an ass.
And you got your head all the way up it.
He is. He retired, and he didn't have all the sycophants around him telling him he's the GOAT. And He couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand his home life. And I guarantee you, he promised her. Me and my wife talked about this earlier. He made a promise that he reneged on. And she's like, you know what? That's it. Yeah. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm. I've put up with this for 21 years now.
You've been talking about retiring for at least 4 years.
Right. Yeah. Well, good luck to him. We'll see what happens. Now, on a lighter note, my boy Bobby Wagner is still making headlines. My man, the greatest linebacker, in my opinion, of Seattle history, now playing for the Los Angeles Rams. He sends Levi Stadium streaker to the Shadow Realm, baby. I believe I have the video here. Yes, I have the video. It needs no sound. It really needs no sound. We'll just go ahead and show it.
Boom!
Let's see that again, shall we? Oh!
Smoke that fool like it ain't no thing.
Oh, represent, Bobby. I love me some Bobby Wagner, baby. Yeah, and you know what, folks? If you're going to go out and do some stupid shit like this, guess what? You deserve this right here. You really do.
Absolutely.
You deserve
there's no telling what this guy, that smoke could be what? Chemicals? Who knows?
Right. There's no telling. There is no telling at all. All right.
All I know is that freaking dude went full retard.
He did go full retard, but we can't talk about that yet.
He went full retard.
He
got targeted.
I tell you what he did do. He stepped into.
It's dangerous. your obsession with me. Seriously, Lana, call Kenny Loggins, because you're in the danger zone. From Top Gun. You're in the, danger zone! Don't they know you're in the danger zone?
Telling you, man.
Yeah, he stepped into the danger zone, didn't he?
He did. He got his freaking bell rung.
Speaking of the danger zone, that's our NFL report for this week. Now let's get to the Boston Celtics and their head coach.
Wow.
Maybe you should be calling this. Maybe you should be calling this guy Pootie Tang, man.
No, you should be running Dr. Feelgood music right now, dude. He's the one that calls.
Let's hear it, man. You got the guitar. What the hell?
He's the one to make it feel all right. This dude right here, man.
Ime Udoka's affairs reportedly involved him sleeping with the wife of the Celtics minority owner.
Whoopsie.
You can't tell me this guy wasn't. And look, they got him pictured like he's James Bond with some hot chicks or something.
Look,
man.
dude is out there. He's out there. And apparently the headline I saw today, now I don't know if this is true or not, but the headline I saw today was he and his wife have an open relationship. So, which is, I mean, whatever, man. But you don't go banging the freaking boss's wife, though, man.
Wife?
That's how you end up on the front page of everything.
That's how you end up with cement shoes, man. These guys are billionaires. They're billionaires, man. Come on.
And yet this guy did not win the Simple Jack Award.
No, none of these people. None of these. Wait until you see who did. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. I wanted to make sure it's up there, man. I just want to make sure. I'm double checking. He's up there. Yes. And he is from the NFL, boys and girls. He is from the NFL. Okay. So that is the report on the Jock Strap this week, boys and girls.
Jock Strap.
Now, as usual, Al's got questions.
What do we got? What do we got?
Well, we got the Flix, boys and girls. That's what we got.
We got Luke Starbucker getting his hand cut off.
We got Rocky and Ivan Ivanovich or whatever the fuck his name
Ivan
is.
Draga trading haymakers.
Trading haymakers.
We got Indiana Jones working his magic.
Working the magic with the fingertips. Yeah, man. The Flix. And when we're talking about Flix, boys and girls, we're talking about everything that's mass media, you know, comic books, music, all that stuff.
Yeah, hit me with it, bro. Hit me with it, bro.
As usual, we have to start with the box office receipts from last weekend. We got to get that report in there. And what do we have? Danny is hyped because Top Gun Maverick is still in the top 10. Now, boys and girls, as you can see here clearly, it's been up there for 19 weeks.
In your face.
That's 1 week shy of 5 months. Okay? This thing is already available to the general public for $20, and people are still paying top dollar to go see it. That's insane to me.
It's badass, bro.
That is insane. Let's see. Smile was the #1 movie. That's a horror movie. Smile is a horror movie.
It's a horrible movie. You're correct.
Don't Worry, Darling, the new movie with Big Forehead Man, Chris Pine, and what's her name? Oh God, Florence Pugh. Yes, Florence Pugh.
I don't even. He usually does pretty good movies, though. I mean,
he does. He does.
He's got a 5 hit, but he usually does good movies, man.
But it's the second week for that one. #3 is Woman King. From all accounts, from everybody I've talked to, this is a historically inaccurate film. Avatar is #4 at the box office. A re-release of Avatar is #4 at the box office. That's sad. That's sad, boys and girls. And the LGBTQ bunch is all in an uproar because nobody went to see Bros, the homosexual rom-com. Why?
Room's starting to spin real fast because of gayness.
I mean, if certain groups want these things to be sustainable and be successful, you've got to go see your movie. You got to pay the freaking price of admission.
You have to get off your ass and
It
spend
just
some money.
doesn't self-sustain by you bitching.
No.
You got to go see the movie.
You have to spend some money, right? And they don't do that. They don't do that. They just complain. And that rounds out your top 5. But there it is, down there on the bottom. Still holding on to the bottom rung. Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick. 10. If it doesn't run the table in Oscar night,
you know it's not going to, man.
The Oscars are bullshit, man.
They are bullshit. They have been for a long time.
But
otherwise,
otherwise,
Clint Eastwood would have won everything for Outlaw Josie Wales, not
Clint Eastwood did win everything.
What?
Don't cross the lines, bro.
Okay. All right, let's see what's going on next. We've got a lot of stories in here. First of all, I wanted to highlight something I highlighted on my show last night, and that's the 60th anniversary of Bond.
Yeah, man.
The 60th anniversary was actually yesterday. James Bond Day is October 5th. That's the anniversary of Dr. No's release in theaters. 60
Which
years.
Was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a better actor, no doubt. But
no, I'm just saying it was badass,
Yeah. In celebration, a few months back, they had a charity auction selling off a bunch of stuff from the movies. Christie's charity auction raised $6 million back in September, I believe it was. Yeah, it says across part 1 live auction and part 2, which will be online October 5th, which was yesterday. They've made $6 million, and the top lot was the star lot of the evening was the Aston Martin DB5 stunt car. That's pretty cool, man.
How much did that bring in?
Let's see. Let's take a look. It should say in here. Let me take a look real quick. I will scan for the car, and it does not say how much that thing made. It does not. It just says that it was the top one.
Yeah.
But,
well, it's a signature, right? I mean, you see that car, you immediately think of Bond. So
the iconic egg from Octopussy raised $327,000.
Wow.
The Omega Seamaster dive watch, as worn by Daniel Craig, sold for $226,000.
Okay.
Wow. A dive watch.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just
some eccentric millionaire bought that thing.
Well, it's all for charity. They need to give up the wallet for that, man. But I just wanted to shine a light on it because I love James Bond, dude. I've always loved it. A friend of mine sent out a tweet yesterday saying how much it entertained him as a youth. James Bond's been around as long as he's been alive. He's a couple of years older than I am, Dan. His name's that 70s rock fan, and he's very cool dude. And he was talking about how much he loves James Bond's and stuff. And I went to looking into it and found that right there. And October 5th, James Bond Day, 60 years. Now
60 years old. Hey, happy birthday, Bond. There you go.
Let's just hope they keep him a guy.
Yeah, I hear it's going to be a girl next, so cool.
I hope not. Okay.
It's going to be a chick.
Next up, here is another healthy qualifier for the Simple Jack. What did I do now? Okay. Alec Baldwin reaches settlement with Helena Hutchinson's family.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
The family of Helena Hutchins. A family of Helena Hutchins, the cinematographer killed in the Rust movie set in 2021, and Alec Baldwin have reached an undisclosed settlement in the wrongful death lawsuit filed against the actor and others, according to a statement released by the actor's attorney.
Yeah, I think the actor and the production company were named as co-defendants in that deal.
Yep.
So they're going to spread that out across different entities, but I don't know what dollar figure you put on that. And I don't think this guy's going to see any jail time. I mean, rumors this and rumors that. I don't see him doing any jail time. I just don't. There's too many layers of who was responsible, so.
I'll tell you who's responsible. This guy has held a gun in his hand before. He knows when you point it, it has a chance of firing. It's his fault.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I mean, that's gun safety 101. You never point a weapon at anybody.
You never point a weapon at anybody.
Yep.
Just dumb, man. Dumb.
Well, he's in a Hollywood elite, and he knows a lot of people, and he won't do anything.
He does a great Orange Man Bad impression. Yeah, he does that really well.
Yep.
He's going to have to do it a lot, pay this off, I guess. Okay, next up. Harrison Ford is rumored to be in the running for what would be a hugely controversial MCU role. See, I don't like these headlines. It's not hugely controversial. John Hurt passed away a few months ago, and this is the guy that they are trying to tap to take over the shoes of Thunderbolt Ross. And they have a Thunderbolts movie that's in production, and they're looking for a guy to play Thunderbolt Ross now that he's gone. Of course, I don't know if you know this or not, Dan, but Thunderbolts is like Suicide Squad, but it's run by Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, I know a little bit about that.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
my question to you is, when was the last time you saw Harrison Ford sporting a mustache?
Never. I don't think I've ever seen him sport a mustache.
I can't think of a time when he sported a mustache.
Never. Beard, a full beard. Now I've seen that. The Fugitive. Yeah. But
to play that role, you have got to have that freaking mustache.
You've got to have the stash, no doubt. Yep. So anyway, that's what they're talking about with that headline. And I tell you,
my favorite one that played that role was Sam Elliott. I thought he was
Sam Elliott was awesome. We've talked about that before. Guys, it's some of the you can't polish a turd. Some of the story was kind of stupid. But you really need to revisit Hulk.
Yeah.
The one with Eric Bana. Because really, believe it or not, Universal did that movie pretty well when it comes to the character.
Yep.
That show is true to the character, because the madder he gets in that flick, the more unstoppable he becomes.
The stronger he gets.
And that's something the MCU just seems to hate. They can't stand the fact that you can't stop this guy, and they nerf him every chance they get. Yep. Plus, they showed the cerebral side of it, where like when he was having the vision of shaving when he was falling to Earth off the jet, and the Hulk yanked him through the mirror. He's like, "No, screw you! You ain't killing us."
He's always saving Banner in those situations,
right?
Because they coexist. They can't stand each other, but they understand they have to coexist to survive.
Yeah, and I'm with you.
Thunderbolt Ross, the duality of it,
I'm with you. Sam Elliott was a better Thunderbolt Ross. Nothing against him in that role, nothing against William Hurt. Nothing against him at all. But Sam Elliott was better. He was.
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, next up on the agenda. Now we got some bad news in the musician front.
Yeah.
Some of these guys need your prayers, and some of them's family needs your prayers. We'll go ahead and get into this real quick. Oh, wrong button. Okay, here we go. Ailing Ringo Starr cancels Sunday concert. Music icon Ringo Starr has canceled a planned concert on Sunday in Minnesota.
I'll be totally honest with you. I thought Ringo Starr was dead already.
I thought he was too, man. Yeah.
Honest to God.
Mandela effect here. Yeah, for sure. Thought for sure he was. We'll have to keep him in our prayers. Also, local legend right here in Shreveport, Louisiana. He was a resident for a long time. He now lives in Memphis.
The King's Axeman.
He was the King's Axeman. Anybody that knows guitars knows exactly who James Burton is. Yeah. And apparently he announced that he has cancer, and he's going to be needing our prayers to fight that.
That sucks, man. That's a hell of a guitar player, and always sported that freaking Telecaster. he's more known for the pink paisley print on his. He's the one that made that print,
right?
Recognizable. With his time with Elvis. But yeah, prayers out to that dude.
Yeah, I just watched that Elvis movie again just recently, man. That's a great flick. Yeah. It really is. And then we got the sad news. Let's see. Okay. I got it over one. I always like to check these tabs first. We got the sad news yesterday that Loretta Lynn, the coal miner's daughter and country queen, died. Actually 2 days ago on the 4th.
Sad. We heard a lot of her music in our house.
Oh man, she's one of our mother's favorites, man. Yeah. And coal miner's daughter, crazy, all that stuff, man. It's really good stuff, man.
Look, that lady sang it and she lived it. I mean, that was
she did.
Lady right there.
Highly recommend the film Coal Miner's Daughter, starring Sissy Spacek. First of all, it was Sissy Spacek's first big role, and she knocked it out of the park in that film. Tommy Lee Jones plays her husband in it.
Yeah.
And it's a different time, guys. Don't look on Tommy Lee too bad in that movie. It's just a different time, really. He loved his wife, but he was an asshole, no doubt about it.
She had a lot of music banned from the radio because of the content she would sing about.
Yep.
Really in your face kind of stuff.
Yep. Well,
so, yeah,
I mean, she was thinking about her own life. Yeah. And
tough lady.
Yeah, she's one of the I would really like to see what Dolly Parton had to say about this one. I'm sure you'd hear her talking quite a bit about that. Let's see. Okay, so that ends the section on the flicks this week, guys. I will put a little caveat in there. Everybody's been getting their ISOM books. Dan, you still got yours there so you can show it off?
Yes, sir. I got this is the C cover. This was one that was the question mark, right, when it first came out.
Right. Nobody knew what it was going to be. And that's the Alpha Core in the cover.
Yeah, it's very cool, man.
Yep.
I've read this cover to cover. The story is really good. The artwork is very crisp, and I really enjoyed it, man. I'm looking forward to the next one, man. But this is really good. Yep. I dig the cover. I think it's kick ass. So yeah,
just keep track of it.
Man. What they said, they have plenty of this cover left.
I believe so. Yeah. But the A, they only made like 10,000 of. I'm lucky I got the A. I called that morning, and they were almost gone. So I say called. I got on the internet and got it that morning. So anyway, that's it for the flicks this week. So of course, Al has questions.
What do we got?
Well, we got them earthquakes, buddy.
This lady right here.
Yeah, she's trying to keep that from going all over the place, but she can't, man.
No,
she can't. Feel bad for her. Really do.
You figure, you live in a certain region of the country, you would know.
Right.
Don't even try lipstick. Don't even bother. It's going to happen.
Maybe she wants to be the Joker. I don't know.
I don't know.
What we got to start off with is my favorite drunk. Pelosi decimated.
Wow, yeah.
For claiming illegal immigrants need to stay in Florida to pick the crops down here. Somebody get Nancy another drink, will you?
Nancy.
One outraged former U.S. Senate candidate responded, elitist Democrats think Hispanics are only good for picking their crops. Baron Von Headbanger says, laugh out loud. He's laughing at this one. Yeah, this is crazy. Critics claimed that Pelosi's remarks were demeaning of immigrants. You think? Maybe?
Slightly.
And wait a minute, Dan. She didn't win the Simple Jack Award?
No, she did not win the Simple Jack Award.
Okay.
This becomes commonplace with Pelosi. I mean, her, Biden, Hunter Biden, just any career politician, we could very easily hand out the damn Simple Jack to them every week.
No,
you're talking about a group of people that are dislocated from us, And they're passing laws and regulations to rule us, So
yeah,
she's a wackadoo. They can put on their face, but once they get off their prompters, or once they get off the teleprompters and they start speaking from the heart, this is what they say. That's how they truly feel.
I know. It's ridiculous, man. They live in a totally different world than the rest of us. What's up, Headbanger? It is great to see you, Baron Von Headbanger. He says, howdy, bros. Yes, it's good to see you. Let's see. What do we got next? What do we got? Axis of Evil alliance with Russia, China to oppose unipolar world order, says Iran. Baron Von Headbanger says they have no heart, just an empty space. Yeah, you're right about that, man. He's talking about the politicians.
Yeah.
Iran has indicated that it's willing to pursue stronger relations with China and Russia to oppose the U.S.-led world order. Tehran expects the full membership of the SCO will enable
not the SCO.
You remember we covered this, a month and a half ago, Dan. That does include Brazil. They're trying to come up with their own currency. Yeah. Will enable it to boost its economy and regional standing. Wow. That's some scary stuff right there.
Yeah, but you're not surprised by that, right? They've always thrown in with whoever opposes, the United States capitalism, freedom and democracy. The Iranians, as long as they're ruled by fundamentalists, they're always going to oppose us. So
Baron Von Headbanger says, "You guys know who I am, right?" No, I don't, Baron. Please enlighten me.
Headbanger, dude. Golly,
it's a great mantle. It's a great mantle. I don't know who that is. I have no clue. Hopefully, he will reveal himself without doxing himself.
He's a headbanger.
He's laughing at me now. Damn it. When I find out, I'm going to be so friggin'. He's going to make me feel like a boomer.
It could be Davey,
God! Right? It's Mark, dude. It's
Mark Peck?
Mark Peck, yes.
Get out of town.
Yes. What's up, guy? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're watching. Glad you're watching, man. That's why you said I referenced your name. That's right. He's laughing now. That's just making me feel old. But I hate to tell you, Baron Von Headbanger Mark.
Baron Von Headbanger.
You're just as old as I am, pal. All right, let's see. What's the next one we got under earthquakes here? Oh my God! Look at these feet all soaked up. That was scary looking.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God! We'll never get that on the album cover.
We'll never get that on the album cover. I played jump.
You beat me to it, man. All right, let's see. Russian. Would you please stop with the pop-ups? President Biden is caught swearing on a hot mic as he tours Hurricane Ian wreckage with mayor of Fort Myers. Puts on a united front with DeSantis after hurricane killed at least 109? 109 people? It killed that many people, dude? That's got to be between Puerto Rico and Florida. There's no way that's just Florida.
Oh, the president, I mean, it went through a pretty densely populated area.
The president was heard saying no on F's with a Biden during a hot mic moment during. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to say that, but yeah. Okay. So he didn't get the Simple Jack Award. Are you for real?
Focus.
Really?
Focus.
I'm trying to focus, man, but I'm just seeing how stupid these people are, man.
Again, we can give out the Simple Jack Award every week to Biden. Trying to mix it up, bro.
Baron Von Headbanger Mark says fetish. Talking about those feet. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see. Suspected serial killer linked to 5 deaths in North Carolina. Wow, we got another one of these guys? Police have located a person of interest whom they believe has killed 5 men in the North Carolina community of Stockton, North California. I thought it was Carolina. No, California. I read that wrong. Apologize. On Friday, Stockton police chief. Apologize. Police Chief Stanley McFadden confirmed that investigators have narrowed the investigation to one suspect who is allegedly responsible for the deaths of the men occurring between July 8th and September 27th. God, that's a small window. He's been busy.
He's frantic.
It gives the dates and times of all the deaths. Wow. And apparently they've got some kind of surveillance camera stuff. Wow, that's crazy, man.
So have they picked this guy up yet, or are they just still compiling their freaking...
Person of interest is what it says.
Person of interest. Okay.
Yeah.
He must be on the run then.
Let's see. Let's take a look. Paul Alexander Yeah. 35 was killed on July 8th. Oh, they've got all the pictures of the guys. Yeah. They have a person of interest. Okay. Wow. We got another Scorpio in Northern California. Where is Dirty Harry when you need him?
Line on who they're after. So, I mean, you know.
All right. Let's see what's next. Iran protests. Schoolgirls heckle paramilitary speaker. I love it. Yes. Schoolgirls. A new video posted online appears to show schoolgirls heckling a member of Iran's feared paramilitary Baji force after anti-government protests sweeping the country spread to the classroom. Women and, in recent days, teenage girls have been at forefront of Iran protests 2022. In this video, while schoolgirls were waving their hijabs.
They're what?
Hijabis. I don't want to speculate. In air, chanting freedom, freedom.
What? I don't know what's going on.
Chanting freedom, freedom. An older woman, apparently one of their mothers, joining in and clapping. Okay, let's watch the video.
She was clapping?
That means I'm going to have to switch and then do this. And then
she wasn't clapping with her butt cheeks, was she?
Let's hope not.
Waving their hibbity-jibbities around.
Good gosh, man. I don't know. Hang on.
Dead air.
I know you got dead air. You're going to have to chill, my friend. You're going to have to chill. I have to get it ready first, and then I can do it. Okay. Here we go. Boom, boom, check box, and boom. And I mute you because your mic might mess it up. Mute and play. Where is it? Boom. Wow. But, you know, we've known for a long time that the youth of this country does not agree with the government of that country at all. You know that. So, this is encouraging. I like that. I like that story.
You like that story? I wonder.
I like that. You like that? Huh? You like that?
The video looked like after they confiscated the freaking camera and all. I wouldn't be surprised if they went through with a bunch of bats and laid everybody out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I mean, again, there's another case of people in power, fanatical people in power that are not going to listen to the masses. They're just not going to.
We've got
there you go, man.
Orange Man fighting back. Trump files $475 million defamation lawsuit against CNN. Former President Donald Trump on Monday sued CNN seeking $475 million in damages, saying the network had defamed him in an effort to short-circuit any future political campaign. Now, we've been documenting how CNN has been firing some of their long-term Trump haters, and so this is very interesting. Why he's doing this now, I don't know. They're starting to change their tune, and
he might be trying to take advantage of what's going on over there. Maybe he's throwing a high number out there, but maybe they'll come back with something half of that, and he'll get a settlement. And it sounds like they are definitely trying to change course, and his suit might be coming at a good time because he may get a favorable outcome on that deal.
Yeah, no doubt. So. But we discussed, I think it was it last week or 2 weeks ago, how CNN made its name on the Iraq War the first time, Desert Storm. And I mean, and they were doing hard news then. That's when everybody started watching it. And now it's gone to shit. But they're making moves. They're figuring out, you go woke, you go broke. They're figuring out, hey, we need to get back to putting the news on. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, this is just the end of this whole run, because they've been left-leaning really hard for at least 20 years.
Yeah. Okay, next up, I can't believe this guy didn't win the Simple Jack Award, bro.
Who cares about a freaking chess player? I mean, honest to God, I don't even know why we're talking about this. I don't care. He cheats chess. Who gives a shit? Nobody.
First of all, I'm wondering how you cheated chess. How do you do that?
I mean, there you go. So why do we give a fuck? I don't even know how to play it half the time. I don't know how you cheat at it.
Hans Niemann, accused of cheating by rival, has likely done so in more than 100 games, reports claim. Boy, they are just trying to throw a hot chick up on the screen every 5 seconds on these websites.
Oh, Tiffany, boom. Because nobody gives a shit about chess.
Here's your favorite guy in the world, though, bro. The guy that has won half of your Simple Jack Awards.
Look at this headline right here. Now, that's the funny thing. That's the freaking funny thing.
Annie, if we were ever going to have a guest in this show, it would have to be Mark. He's one of the funniest guys I know. Look what he just said. He said he was on roids. Talking about the chess player.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're priceless, bro. Let's see. Federal prosecutors believe they have enough evidence to charge Hunter Biden with tax crimes.
Tax crimes.
They're going the Capone way, bro.
Snorting coke off a hooker's ass, and they think they have enough evidence for tax crimes. Wow. Puffing on the crack pipe, and they think they got him for tax crimes. Oh, man. There you go, bro.
I mean, come on, man. Really?
It's good to be the president's son. I can tell you that right now.
It is good to be. It's good to be the king. It's good to be the prince.
It's good to be the king. It's good to be the prince.
Good to be the prince, apparently.
They're sitting in the White House right now laughing their ass off.
Yeah. I just look at the look on this guy's face. You can tell he's coked up right there. His teeth are all gritty.
Right there. I mean, check him out. His teeth are rattling, dude. He's like,
his eyes look like two piss holes in the snow. What the hell, man? All right.
I'm telling you, wait 20. Look, wait 20 years, and the Dems are going to run him for president.
Oh my God, no.
Oh yes.
Okay, let's see. Next. Oh, this one right here. This was almost my final word until the news we found out today about Ricada. This was almost my final word because I'm very scared of stuff like this. Can gene sequencing at birth prevent terrible diseases? Researchers hope so.
Science, blame God again. I mean, yeah, it's scary. Scary stuff.
Every baby born in the United States is pricked in the heel shortly after birth. A blood sample is then analyzed to look for one of 20 to 30 inherited diseases. Early identification of particular diseases means treatment can start right away, potentially saving or extending the child's life. Now doctors want to go even further. They want to look not just at blood, but at genes. A new effort announced Wednesday by genetic testing company paired with researchers at the New York Presbyterian Columbia University aims to sequence 100,000 newborns in New York City over the next 5 years. The sequencing would look for about 250 diseases that strike before age 5 and for which there are treatments or approaches that can make difference in child's lives. And if you go on to read it, that they're basically they're trying to basically do gene sequencing. This is I don't know a better word to say it. This and cloning scares the shit out of me. Playing with the human DNA is well, I'm not going to get into it too much because they're stomping on people like myself, and we'll get into that here in a minute. But be very wary of that, folks. Be very wary of that. They don't need to be playing God, Dan. Bottom line.
No. It sounds like old Nazi Germany where they're trying to make the perfect human being. You know, we are in the image of the Creator, God, or whatever you want to call it. You want to make a difference in a child's life? Parents, be present. Yes. Be in their life.
Absolutely. Baron von Headbanger Mark says, so Hitler's master race becomes a reality. Yeah. That I mean, it's just we were talking about this and cloning the other day on my show. I brought up the boys from Brazil where they were, cloned Big Daddy World War II guy with the funny mustache and had him all over the world, and they were manipulating his life trying to recreate the Fuhrer, and it was just scary stuff. Be very wary of that story, boys and girls. If they're going to play,
look, we're repeating again, right? We tried this before in other generations, and here we go again.
Yeah,
we're repeating the same shit that every generation has got it. I mean, nothing's unique. We don't do anything unique. We repeat the same shit. We make the same mistakes, and
now that
the same way.
And now that they're not teaching history in school, it's going to get worse.
Sure.
It's ridiculous. Okay. Well, boys and girls, we have reached that part of the show. That part of the show that Al has questions about.
What do we got?
Well, I'll tell you what we got.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Oh man, turn out the lights, baby.
He launched him, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Kurt got launched into retirement.
Hang on, boys and girls. Let's see that one more time.
I have the utmost respect for going in there.
Whoo! Knocked his ass right into retirement. He never played another down.
Never played another down.
No, he did not. Yeah.
I guarantee he still feels that hit today.
Right? What the hell,
if
man?
If Tua took that hit, he would probably disintegrate.
Like I said, they would have been taking him off the field in 2 parts.
Poof.
Poof.
With some sneakers sit there on the ground, that'd be about it.
Well, boys and girls, it is time. Let's see. It is time once again. Again. For the Simple Jack Award.
Simple Jack Award.
You know, that award we give out to those guys, that are trying to do the right thing. They're trying to do the right thing, but they just can't seem to get it right.
can't seem to get it right.
Simple Jack trying to do the right thing, and he just can't seem to get it right. Well,
he's trying to catch the butterflies. He's using a hammer.
He's using a hammer to catch him, but he's trying to catch him. Yeah, this week it's from the NFL for Dan, and no, this is Dan's award. This is his signature award that he gives out as his final note every week.
Yeah. And keep in mind, I have the utmost respect for John Harbaugh. I think he's a great coach, but I think he's at the end of his run. I watched this game, and it was just terrible weather conditions. The Ravens gave up a big lead in the second half. The game was tied at 20. The Ravens had the ball inside the 10-yard line. It was 4th down. And instead of taking the points and putting your team in a good position and putting a lot of pressure on the Bills to come down and at least tie it, he decides I don't know how. I don't know if he's using analytics or whatever. He decides to go for it on 4th down.
That's what he said at the press conference afterwards. He said analytics.
That's stupid.
It's dumb.
It's dumb. He went full retard. He went flip for it on 4th down. And what does quarterback do? He scrambles. The pocket breaks down. He throws one into the corner end zone. Interception. Now Buffalo, who's rolling at this point, all they have to do is just drive down and kick a field goal. Takes all the pressure off them. They're playing with house money. And what they do? They went right down the field and kicked the field goal. And he's got his, the corner or safety wanted to get at Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And when you see that on the sideline.
I got the video.
You see that on the sideline, you know that he's lost that locker room. Yeah. That game that they lost was the 5th game in a row they've lost at home. 5th game in a row.
They pulled it down, Dan. They pulled it down.
Well, regardless, 5th game in a row they've lost at home, and that was a rookie decision right there. Not a Super Bowl winning champion head coach. He's one of the staples in the NFL. Solid head coach, but this year I'll be surprised if he's with that team beyond this year.
Baron Von Headbanger says analytics plus fail every time. Trust the gut.
I couldn't believe when they were not running their field goal team on. I was like, he's going for this, and yeah. It cost him the game.
I wish I could have shown you the video, guys, but apparently the guy that put it up had his Twitter pulled down. His entire account's gone. So, okay, well,
yeah, he just that was a terrible, terrible decision, and that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard.
Never go full retard.
He went full retard.
He went full retard. He absolutely did. And he
cost his team the game. He cost his team the game.
He did. I saw the one coach that I saw do this last year and blamed. And I say blamed. He used analytics as his defense. Was the guy from San Diego? Every time he could have field goaled the team he was playing to death. It was the Chiefs they were playing. And he never would kick a field goal. He kept going for it on 4th down. I know he passed up at least 3-pointers that would have been easy to make.
Is that Kyle Shanahan? Is that who that head coach is?
No, San Diego Chargers. I'm sorry.
San Diego Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers, whatever the fuck they are now.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know the kid's name, but he's another one of these young guys. But Harbaugh. Yeah, you may be right about him being at the end, man, because it seems really out of character for him. He's always been a level.
Absolutely.
Maybe he was feeling it from Miami the week before because they blew a big lead in that one. Maybe that's what it was. But still, you got to take the points. It's the NFL, man.
You got to take the points. It's inside 2 minutes. You're down inside the 10. Points are very hard to come by in that game. The final was 23-20.
Yeah.
And he chose to, dumb, full retard. Full retard.
Baron Von Headbanger says Gerald McGeneric. Gerald McGeneric is their coach. You're right about that, man. They all look like skinny little bookworms, half of them that are coaching now. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. But yeah, I've been Dan, I hate his brother, but I've always been a fan of this guy. And
yeah, he's solid. I mean, he's a steady in the storm. He's always been steady, right? And his teams always play fundamentally sound, good defense, and they make good decisions. And that's why it's so out of character for him to make that decision. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
Hey, Baron von Headbanger, you got to show up on my pregame show, man. He says with a stud like Herbert, they should be scoring 30 points a game. Yeah, you're right. The guy's a bad dude.
He's a bad dude, but you got to run the football.
You do have to run the football. Yes.
And you got to have some defense. You got to win the line with the offensive and defensive line.
Right.
They don't do that. San Diego does not do that. They push out the quarterback, and that's their star. That's who's selling their tickets. But they don't have balance. They don't.
All right. Well, my final word this evening, boys and girls, and yes, Harbaugh deserves the Simple Jack Award.
Yes, he does.
I just don't. I mean, guys, he look. Not only did he
never go for retard.
Yeah, he did that, but I mean, boys and girls, he's also.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, I mean,
his job is to manage the team and put them in the best position to win, and that is not what he did. Not what
the Ravens might need to. It's just, oh man,
they got the Bengals weekend, and the Bengals are coming on now.
Yep. Okay, so for my final word, guys, got news yesterday that a guy that I'm a big fan of, his name's Nick Ricator. He is a lawyer in Minnesota.
Don't you know?
He has a show weeknights on YouTube, or he did up until yesterday, where right in the middle of his show, he got pulled down. His entire channel wiped out by YouTube. This guy is funny as all get out. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever seen. And I think he'll be okay through it, but I just want to shine a light on it because the guy is fantastic, and Mark likes our cutscenes, man. He says laughing out loud. But anyway, yeah, we try to have a good time here, Mark. That's what we do. We just laugh at everything. Hell, you got to. As stupid as things are getting, there's a reason why I say in my promotions that it's the clown show that is 2022. It's nothing but a clown show. But Nick Ricator is he rose to fame during both the Rittenhouse trial and the Johnny Depp trial by covering the trials on YouTube and giving commentary during the trial. Okay. And he's extremely funny, and it was great to watch both of those trials, watching him. But he got knocked off of YouTube. I'm going to play some of this video by Jeremy from the Quartering. He can explain it a lot better than I can, and he's another guy like me that wants to see this guy's channel back on. Hang on one second. Let me put it up here, and I'll let you hear out of Jeremy here what he's got to say about it.
One of the fastest growing, if not the largest, single, individually run LawTube channel on YouTube was banned last night. The reason for the banning, we now know, is a result of, well, at least 2 of the 3 strikes come from a certain harassment campaign by a certain unwell individual and their fans. Nick Ricator received his 3rd YouTube strike last night. And if you get 3 strikes within a year or so, I think it's a year, your channel gets terminated. The first strike came back in July of this year, in which in a 5-hour live stream, he showed a 40-second clip of an incident where something spicy was happening, and he got a strike. Not dissimilar than content that you would see like Donut Operator upload, but for whatever reason, he got a strike for it. The second strike came from a basically mass flagging at the behest of one internet weirdo and their Discord catboy ranch of sycophants. Then yesterday night during a live stream, live like on YouTube, Ricator Law was removed from YouTube, and this is absurd. I try to remain kind of calm, and because I just think screaming at YouTube is irrelevant, and that's why the second half of this video is as important as it is. But he received his third strike and outright channel removal from YouTube last night as a result of sharing public information. So his channel was not banned by mistake. He received a third strike, which means he is unlikely to get his channel restored unless we make enough noise by leaving a like on the video, sharing the tweet for YouTube to actually watch it. I laid everything out in a nice thread for YouTube last night. I'm going to do it again today.
So go check out the Quarterings video here. The real reason Nick Rekieta Law was banned. What he's talking about there, and I'm just going to go ahead and end it right there. Basically, last night on his stream, these guys, this all has to do with the Keffels situation. And Keffels has been teaching minors how to do their own hormone blocking. They call it bathtub hormone therapy. And Nick's been calling him out on it. You know, stay away from kids. That's his main deal. Stay away from kids. You know, do whatever you want when you're 18. He doesn't care, but stay away from the kids, right? And last night, they, like he said, it's a flagging campaign. What happened was the public. He was reading names off of a public document, and the document was these people had filed grievances with the Minnesota bar against him. Now, anybody that knows anything about the law knows that once somebody puts their name on the dotted line for a grievance, it's public record. He has no problem reading those names. He's not doxing anybody. He's not telling them where they live. He's just telling them, hey, these are the guys that filed grievances against me. Right? They did a flagging campaign. All these people friggin' flagged his video and said they were doxing him, which if you guys don't know the term doxing, what it is outing somebody with their personal information, which he wasn't. He was, any one of us can read that document anytime they want to go and read it. And they killed his channel last night because of it. Now, I think Nick's going to be fine because he's very popular. I checked on him last night. He went to Rumble and started doing his show there. And as I told my brother earlier in the show, he had 25,000 people watching him on a frigging Wednesday night at 11 o'clock at night. That's 3 times what he usually has on his show. YouTube needs to rethink what they're doing. I mean, they're running talented people off of their channel. I mean, I understand some of the bans they do, but this one, how they can get on the side of people that are just they're mischievous people. Okay, that's just all there is to it. And go help them out. Try and help get Nick Rekieta back on YouTube. And at this point, he may not come back. He may just give them the middle finger and just blow up somewhere else. You know. I hate it, and because of that, that's why I decided to do the simulcast on Facebook to try it out today. I'm going to be checking that video out. I'm also going to try and get up on Rumble, but I'm going to have to put up some videos on Rumble first just to get some followers so I can. You have to have so many followers before you can do it. But it's a crime, man. It's a crime, and it's more of the clown show. More of the clown show. And he calls out the clown show. Dan, you'd love his show. You would laugh your ass off at Nick Rekieta. I know you would.
I just want to say one thing about this, and I don't know much about it, but the nuts and bolts of it, what we're talking about here is up in arms about him putting out stuff that's public domain. And you and I talked about this before the show. It was perfectly all well and good when certain groups didn't agree with the Supreme Court rulings on certain things, and they decided to post addresses for Supreme Court judges so they could go to their houses and protest, and that was fine.
Faced no repercussions because of it.
That was fine, right? But this guy does this, and he posts stuff that's part of the public domain, and he's being brought down.
Yeah.
And any type of banning, I am not down for. And it's just a sign of the hypocrisy that goes on. If it doesn't meet the fucking agenda, you're going to get pulled down.
Yep. Yeah, it's a crime, man. It's a crime against the First Amendment. Look, I'm with Joe Rogan on this one, man. The answer to bad speech is more speech. Turn the light on these cockroaches and watch them run for the hills, man.
There you go.
And yeah,
I mean, you don't hide from it. You don't whitewash. You don't act like it doesn't exist. It's out there.
Yeah,
it's out there every day.
Yeah, it is.
And to ignore it and ban it and act like it doesn't exist, no. It's just going to come up somewhere else. You have to expose it. He's exactly right.
Yep. All right, boys and girls. Well, listen, that's our show for this evening. Always fun hanging out with my brother. Want to let you know what's going. Oh yeah, you didn't show off the axe.
Dan Electric. Kick ass. Dig it, bro.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome.
Takes me about a half hour to tune this bitch up.
Are you serious? Why?
It takes longer because it's 12 strings, so you got to go through each one and make sure.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Baron Von Headbanger says, "Sweet." He says that's sweet. Yes, he does. What's up? He's a rock and roller. That's why he's Baron Von Headbanger. Yeah.
I remember he told me something when I was a kid. He says, you know how you can tell a good guitar player is when they can play without any of the backing tracks or the drums. They just play. All you hear is the guitar. And you heard a lot of that George Lynch back in the day, and he cited him. And he's exactly right. If you can play without being washed through whatever, you know this guy can play or girl can play very well. And I always remembered that.
By the way, if you guys wonder why he's always showing off his axes, all of the guitars you hear in my lead-in for my videos and lead into this show, it's all him. He is the maestro that does my music. He is the rock and roll in Joe's Atmosphere. What's up? All right. Well, let's let you know what else is going on in Joe's Atmosphere. First of all, I guess I should do this, Dan. Let's show them the website, shall we?
Do it, bro.
Yes, the website is up and running, boys and girls. Believe it or not, we have the website. Let me punch it up. I think I can find it. Let's see. Let me type in my own name and put a .com at the end and see what happens. Oh, look. It's right there. Already finished. And there we go. There it is. There it is. This is Joe's Atmosphere. It's a fledgling website. Just to let you, just to give you a way to contact me, a schedule for the show, a little bit of background about me, but right here, art, games, reviews, and live talk. This button here takes you to my Subscribe Star, which is it's a pay service. Okay, and look at this. Mark says, "Hell yeah, bro."
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. I think he was talking about your guitar. Guitar stuff, but he could be talking about
is kick ass.
You know it, man. But anyway, this is that takes you to my Subscribe Stars where you can support the channel financially if you want to. It's also got behind the scenes stuff of the comic book. The shows and events portion tells you a little bit about the channel. About me tells you about my early life as a military policeman and a bunch of other stuff. My favorite work, that of course would be the float work I did for I got you bookmarked, bro. Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. I saw him earlier this week. Matter of fact, I gotta do a job for his boss. I gotta put the comic book store. He wants the logo on his window outside, so I gotta do that next week. Let's see what else I got. My life today. It's got a couple of videos. And then you got the shows, all of them between YouTube and Twitch with a little synopsis there and the times. And then you've got links to all my social media down here. And I've even got an email where you can reach me. And on the bottom, it says setting the tone for your business or home. And portrait lessons, commissions, and merchandise will be available soon. We're hoping to get the merchandise. I think I could, with this plan I did this through GoDaddy, but I went ahead and bought the domain name. So all it is Joe's Atmosphere at joesatmosfere.com. But you can email me there with any questions you got, and I should have about 12 items up on the merch store here at the end of the month, by the end of the month. So be looking for that. We got that going on. Plus, we also have, if just to give you a quick rundown, we got Sketching the Privateer coming up Saturday at 1:30. That's me plotting out the comic book. It's almost done. First issue is almost done getting plotted out. Of course, then the hard work starts. That's when I get out the iPad and start doing the inks and the coloring and the lettering. And I think what I'm shooting for, Dan, I think I'm going to shoot for at first putting out an issue about every 3 months. That way, I'll have time to do it up right. And then I'll do like a graphic novel every year. Put out four a year and put out the graphic novel after that, I think.
So 1 a quarter.
Yeah.
And then graphic novel at the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to shoot for. First one in the spring. And guy that works with
okay, you're on record now.
Yeah.
You're on
yeah.
record.
I've been telling everybody it's spring that I'm shooting for.
So let's rock and roll.
Yeah. Anyway, you can watch me work on it. Saturday afternoons with my man Justifier Jim. He's an old friend of mine that's also a creative-minded guy that's working on a comic book. And I brought him on just to comment whenever I get too into the drawing and can't talk. Then Sunday mornings, Mark, you'd enjoy this one, man. I know you like football. I know you're a Packers fan. Pre-game party live with Knock. He gives us a rundown of what happens in college because I rely on him and the LSU Tiger Man over there, Hylunder, to let me know what's going on in college.
Is the Tennessee Volunteers are volunteering for the ass whooping they're going to take in Death Valley. So, like Coach Miles used to say, Death Valley is the place where teams' dreams go to die. And that's what's going to happen.
Really? I thought he said it was
Danger zone.
Danger zone.
It is absolutely the danger zone.
It is absolutely Death Valley. Because you know what? When you go into Death Valley, it's just
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
Look, we're 4-1, and some of the Mississippi State #1 is still ranked above us, and we've beaten them. We're going to get on the docket this weekend after we take care of the Volunteers. They're not going to be able to ignore LSU. I'm telling you.
Gotcha, man.
Next 4 games, we're going to find out what the LSU Tigers are made of. We got Tennessee, we got the Gators, we got Alabama, and we've got Ole Miss. So we're going to find out what the LSU Tigers are all about this month.
We'll hear about all of that and more at the pregame party at 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern, where we do the scout report, all the college stuff, first 15 minutes of the show, and then we talk about the week that was and the week that will be in the NFL. And then, of course, Sunday nights and Monday nights around 11 o'clock, I play video games on Twitch for about 3 hours. This is my brother's favorite picture of me because I look totally dismayed and disgusted.
Always cracks me up, man. Classic right there.
It's just me having a few cocktails and fails. That's me playing video games for 3 hours. I switch games about every hour, and I've got a PS2, 3, 4, and 5, and an Xbox 360.
Dos, tres, and cuatro.
And I may be getting me an X series here pretty soon. I don't know. I might. Anyway, that's 11 o'clock on Twitch. That's my only Twitch show now, Sundays and Mondays. And then, of course, you can talk to me live. I talk with the chat and whoever guests. I invite a lot of people, and whoever shows up last night, it's Courtney was on, and Knock showed up, and we talked about several things last night. Always have a good time with that one. I pick about 2 or 3 subjects and then just go from there, and we go wherever the chat takes us. That's State of the Atmosphere every Wednesday, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. And of course, you got the Brothers Hack the Matrix right back here, 6:30 next Thursday, Central, 7:30 Eastern. And for me and Hylunder, I want to thank you all for being here. And until we see you again, I want you all to keep on keeping on.